Okay, hello everyone. It's Sunday night on April 19th, or technically, I guess it's now April 20th. I just want to share a quick video with you about the exam 3, which will be available starting tomorrow morning. That's Monday morning at 8 a.m. You will need to open it and take it and finish it, submit it by Thursday, the 23rd at 11:59 p.m. And somebody said that this was helpful, making this video about the exam, so I thought I would do it for this time as well. Let me share one thing on with you on my screen. Make sure that you go on D2L and you have this formula sheet. This is the formula sheet for exam 3. It's under content, I think exam content, and then you should see a whole bunch of study guides and other resources for exam 3, and the formula sheet for exam 3 will be there. In particular, you want to look right here, the one-way ANOVAs. And then if you scroll down a little farther, the two-way or factorial ANOVAs are down here. So all of the formulas you'll need, of course, you have access to your textbook as well, but maybe you want to have this handy, either printed out or on your screen. Okay, now I'm going to go into D2L and show you a quick preview of what that is going to look like. Okay, so you'll see, first of all, that I'm going to give you 2.5 hours for this exam. So I heard the feedback that a lot of you felt really rushed on exam 2, especially given the online format. So even though I had given you more time than we would usually have for an exam, I'm going to give you even more for exam 3. So you'll have a total of 150 minutes or 2.5 hours to do exam 3. That should be more than enough time. You still may not have time to look up every multiple choice question and do the computation, but if you have some idea of where the multiple choice questions are located, you've read or at least skimmed the textbook chapters, you shouldn't have any trouble finishing in that time. You get one attempt. The exam's worth 100 total points, and there's 6 extra credit points offered as well. We've already said it's open book, so you can use your notes, the formula sheet, your textbook. Um, if you have accommodations, you'll automatically have adjusted time according to your accommodations. And just as before, you're going to be graded on both your final answer and the work that you did to arrive at the final answer. So please record your work. If you don't record your work and you get the final answer wrong and that's all you've given me, I can't give you any credit. But if you've shown all your work and you get the final answer wrong, I could still give you maybe even full points. Because if you do a simple math error, I'm not going to take off points for that. This is not a math test, it's a test for stats. So show your work. And you can do that in a few different ways. You can include your answer, type your answer into D2L, into the quiz or exam while you're taking it. If you don't want to mess around with symbols and that's not working well for you, you can use pen and paper and write down all your calculations and computations and everything on a pen and piece of paper with a pen or pencil. And then when you're done, after you submit the exam, take a picture or somehow scan it, whatever you want to do, upload your work to the Dropbox folder. There is a new Dropbox folder called Exam 3 Work. And you can upload as many files as you like there. Make sure when you're doing your work that you put the question number next to it, so I don't have to hunt around and find which question you're scribbling goes with, and put a square around your final answer, if you would, please. Especially if it's not really obvious where your final answer is. Or you can do a combination of both of those things. So if you want to put your final answer in the D2L dialog box while you're taking the exam and submit your work, that would be fine. When I'm grading it, I'm going to download your work file and look at both your D2L answers and what you submitted. So one or the other or some combination of both will be fine. Again, just like with exam 2, I'm not so much worried about the format of your work and your answers as I am what is in the content of your work and the answers. Okay, so let me just show you what this is going to look like. I don't know why they called this a quiz. It's an exam, but there we are. So just like before, so computer, I sympathize with all you guys. Uh, you're going to have some multiple choice. Those will count for 40 points total, 2 points each. And then if we scroll down, I can't really let you see all of the questions in advance. You also have a short answer computation question section. This first question, you might notice, doesn't really require any math. So that's okay. Don't panic. You don't have to show work if there's not any work or math or calculation required. But the other questions pretty obviously do involve a formula and some calculations, okay? Just like before, you've got a box for each question. You can type in whatever you want. The null hypothesis equals whatever, mean, whatever you want to type, or go ahead and write it down on a piece of paper and upload it. I think that's it for the exam. Make sure you have the formula sheet. You have 2.5 hours. Submit it by Thursday. Okay, I believe that's all I wanted to share. Good luck. I'm sure you guys will do great. If you've watched the videos and looked at the textbook, I think you'll be fine. Take your time, use the formula sheet. You got this, all right? And then I will chat with you again probably later this week or next weekend, okay? All right, everybody. Good night.